Hey, welcome guys. Quick demo for the new IP solution that we're about to release. So it's just great. It goes out, it creates VPSs, it gives you unique dedicated IPs, and we're calling this the guaranteed downtime service. So I know everyone claims 99% uptime, but how many of you are on hundreds of IPs 99% of the time? None of you, I'm sure. It's impossible. You don't have millions of hours a month. So what we've got here is the ability to pull dynamic IPs, clean, dedicated dynamic IPs that no one else is using while you're using them, and get charged only while you are using them, just like a lot of ISPs. So a lot of ISPs, most ISPs, in fact, when you stop and restart the router or router, you get assigned a new IP. You know, when you go from one office to another, and they're opening and restarting, and IPs are changing all the time. You don't really know that in the background you've got a lot of IPs, and you're logging into a lot of different places from the same IP, from different IPs, and you don't know. I mean, we're all very careful a lot of the time, and sometimes you do need to have the same IP for certain reasons, whatever they may be. You know, sometimes you do, but the fact of the matter is, everyone that knows BrowSEO knows that we don't really need IPs to all be the same and to match up, simply because we've got all the cookies in the cache that's, you know, keeping everything there and giving us our footprint to show who we are. This solution gives you really high quality pay-as-you-go IPs. Right now we're working with Amazon, and here's the program. We connect into the Amazon servers for this, and you can have IPs that are dedicated to you, and then you can have IPs that are not dedicated to you, that are basically dynamic. So I've got two IPs over here that are dedicated to me. If you're keeping these IPs the entire month, you basically get charged $3 an IP, roughly, maybe a little bit less. And if you want IPs of this speed and this quality from, you know, other IP providers, you're going to be paying at least, you know, $4 or $5 an IP. And these are solutions for big corporations that we don't really get and use or have the ability. We're looking for IPs that are going to cost us a couple of cents a month. You know, $1, $2, $3 a month, we're already thinking that's a lot of money, where in reality it's actually not for high quality or good quality IP. So if you want these IPs to stick and to have the same dedicated IP and it never changes, you can keep it forever pretty much, it's $3 a month. Otherwise it's a couple of pennies. I think it's like a half a penny an hour. Right, so if you're using it to create some accounts or just to log in and to do a little bit of whatever it is you're doing, SEO, social media marketing, got a couple of programs you want to post somewhere, you've got to log into 4 or 5 accounts. Let's say you've got to log into 20 accounts today, and you know you're going to get charged half a penny an hour. And however many hours you're spending, you can turn it on and off. It's entirely up to you, right? So you're in total control. I'm not saying this is your one and only IP solution. Basically, this should be right now a top-up solution that gives you the ability to go out and just, you know, get a dedicated IP and not have to go out and get a monthly subscription of 10, 20, 30 IPs. You want one IP, you want to use an IP, you want to test something, you want to check something out, you need an IP from another location, you need some accounts created from Europe, from America, from here, California, to Asia, to wherever, and you don't want to go out and get a whole new, you know, subscription of 50 or 20 or 100 IPs for a month. You go out and you spend a couple of pennies and you've got those dedicated IPs, and then you shut them back off again. And then, you know, every time you open them back up, you get assigned another dedicated dynamic IP from the same location, so that everything always looks the same and normal and nice and clean, and things are changing, which is good and normal, right? So a lot of the times it's not normal to have the same IP forever, because they do change. IPs change. Okay, so you basically have the options to do whatever you want. Have either your own dedicated IPs, or to have your own dedicated IPs only for a period of time that you're using them. Whatever you're doing, you're always going to be getting your own high-quality dedicated IPs. They may change, but they will always be your own dedicated IPs when you get them. And if you want to hold on to them and have them and allocate them to you for the entire month or for however long you want them, then obviously the costs are going to be a little bit more expensive than a couple of pennies, right? So you're taking it for the entire month. And that's why IPs cost $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 and up a month. Okay, so that is the the brief overview of the solution that we have in place, that it's currently working and it's beautiful and it works really, really well. Goes out, creates these instances, installs all the proxy scripts, and it gives you these IPs that you can use, these dedicated IPs, and they're clean and fast and work amazing, right? And right now we're working with Amazon, so all you actually have to do is input the Amazon keys, and then this all works for you, and you can be creating IPs with just after inputting these keys. All you need to do is input these Amazon keys, and you can start creating up to 200 IPs. All right, so I think that's it. For now, it's only Amazon. We have another 6 that we've looked into and that we're going to be including. But by all means, if you know of other places that we can hook into via API, that's high quality, that can provide a similar service, then do let us know, and we'll be more than happy to look into it and have it included in one of the updates. Until then, guys, we'll see you in the group, and look out for the final release over the next week.